The screen flickers with static, a low mechanical hum vibrates in the darkness. Somewhere deep inside an abandoned building, a single green light blinks on and off like a dying heartbeat. Dust floats through the air as if time itself has stopped breathing. A voice cuts through the silence, calm but shaken. It has been years since the doors of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed for good. Years since the disappearances. Years since the fire that was supposed to end everything. But some things do not burn. A newspaper headline flashes across the screen. The remains of the old pizzeria are being transformed into a horror attraction based on urban legends. Investors promise an authentic experience. Real artifacts, real stories, real fear. Cut to Mike Schmidt, older now, exhaustion carved into his face. Josh Hutcherson returns as the man who survived the nightmare but never escaped it. He stares at a letter in his hand. The company building the attraction has found something in the rubble. Something connected to his past. The camera moves through a dim corridor lined with cracked tiles and exposed wires. Workers laugh nervously as they drag out broken animatronic parts. One of them kicks aside a melted mask with familiar bare ears. The lights above them flicker violently. Vanessa appears, determined and guarded. Elizabeth Lail steps back into the role of the officer who once tried to uncover the truth. She has been tracking rumors for months. Strange sounds reported at the construction site, security guards quitting without explanation, equipment malfunctioning at exactly 3 a.m. Mike doesn't want to return. He promised himself he never would. But when Vanessa reveals that children have started going missing again near the construction zone, the past claws its way back into his life. A hard cut to surveillance footage, grainy black and white, an empty hallway. A shadow moves against the far wall, too tall to be human. Too still to be alive. The name spreads across the screen like a stain. Springtrap, the only animatronic that survived the fire. Twisted, burned, but alive in a way that defies reason. Inside the suit, something else remains. Something that refuses to die. Mike walks through the skeletal remains of the pizzeria. His flashlight beam shakes as it scans graffiti-covered walls. Faded drawings of smiling mascots stare back at him. For a moment, everything is quiet. Then the ventilation system rattles. A distorted child's laughter echoes from somewhere above. Vanessa checks the blueprints. The new attraction is designed to trap guests inside for a full immersive horror experience. Locked doors, controlled lighting, simulated power outages. The investors think they are creating entertainment. They have no idea they are building a cage. Quick flashes of construction workers sealing off hallways. Installing cameras, testing audio systems that suddenly blast garbled voices without warning. The technicians blame wiring errors. Vanessa knows better. Mike begins seeing visions again, a child standing at the end of a corridor. A flicker of golden fur disappearing around a corner. He wakes up gasping, haunted by the memory of his little sister. The trailer's music slows into a single haunting piano note. A grand opening banner hangs over the entrance of the horror attraction. Crowds gather, excited and unaware. Influencers stream live from inside, laughing at the cheap scares. The lights go out. Emergency backup power fails instantly. Inside the control room, Mike watches every camera feed turn to static except one. A long hallway illuminated in sickly green light. At the far end stands Springtrap, motionless, until its head tilts. Chaos erupts. Guests pound on locked exits. Actors hired to play monsters realize they are not alone. One by one the cameras cut out. Each time a distorted scream replaces the signal. Vanessa grabs a flashlight and a weapon. She tells Mike this ends tonight. No more running. No more surviving. They are finishing what should have been finished years ago. The screen flashes between rapid images, Springtrap dragging itself through vents, its metal joints screeching like tortured screams, a child's ghostly reflection in a shattered mirror, a security office door slamming shut just as heavy footsteps approach. Mike locks himself inside the old security room, almost identical to the one where he first fought to stay alive. The monitors crackle to life on their own. Camera 1 shows an empty dining hall. Camera 2 shows a flicker of movement. Camera 3 shows Springtrap standing inches from the lens. The power meter begins to drop. A familiar mechanic returns. Limited electricity. Limited time. Every decision matters. Vanessa navigates through maintenance tunnels, guided by Mike over the radio. He warns her when the ventilation system starts malfunctioning. Toxic gas hisses from broken pipes, warping her vision. Through the haze, she sees children standing silently along the walls, their eyes glowing faintly. They are not angry. They are waiting. Springtrap corners a group of trapped guests in the main attraction hall. Strobe lights flash, illuminating its burned suit and exposed corpse beneath. The animatronic does not rush. It savors the fear. Mike overrides the building's audio system, blasting high-frequency noise to lure it away. The creature's head snaps toward the speakers. Its movements grow frantic, animalistic. Vanessa reaches the central furnace room, the same place where the fire once consumed everything. She discovers blueprints revealing a hidden chamber sealed behind reinforced steel. Inside is the original Springlock suit mechanism, preserved and operational. The truth hits them. Springtrap cannot die because the spirit inside it is anchored to the suit. Destroying the building will not be enough. They need to trap it. The music swells with pounding drums. Mike leaves the safety of the security room for the first time. He runs through dark corridors, pursued by echoing metallic footsteps. He lures Springtrap toward the furnace chamber, barely escaping its grasp as claws scrape inches from his back. Vanessa activates the Springlock system remotely. The chamber doors slam shut, trapping Springtrap inside. For a moment, silence. Then the creature begins to laugh, a distorted, broken sound. The temperature rises rapidly. Flames ignite around the chamber. The Springlock mechanisms snap violently, piercing metal and bone alike. The animatronic thrashes against the walls as fire consumes everything. Mike and Vanessa watch from the other side of reinforced glass. Tears reflect the inferno as memories of the lost children flicker in the flames. The building collapses in a storm of sparks and smoke. Fire engines surround the wreckage as dawn breaks across the horizon. Weeks later, the site is nothing but ash. Mike stands at a quiet playground, sunlight replacing the darkness that once defined him. Vanessa joins him, holding a small box recovered from the ruins. Inside are charred metal fragments, lifeless and cold. No movement, no sound. For the first time in years, the air feels still. But as the screen fades to black, a faint mechanical click echoes in the distance. One final shot appears. Deep underground, beneath layers of rubble, a single red light flickers on. The laughter returns, softer now, but unmistakable. The nightmare was never about a building. It was about what refused to stay buried. The screen cuts to black as the sound of a music box slowly winds down, each note more distorted than the last, and then silence.